What's up, guys? I'm here with Mike at the Hong Kong airport, and we're just chilling waiting for our flight home. So we decided we should just talk about our experience at the World Games. And we'll just kind of, I don't know if anyone's going to listen to this whole thing, but we'll just kind of talk
We'll see what
about,
happens.
yeah, we'll just kind of talk about our whole experience of the trip and how it went and how we did. So Mike, what is the World Games? Because a lot of people don't even know what it is, or the JJIF.
So I wasn't even super sure this time around. I learned a lot about what it is this second time. It's in line with the Olympic Committee. It's for all the sports that are not in the Olympics, and it runs every 4 years. So the last one was 3 years ago because COVID messed the timing up. So this one was every 3 years, or this one was 3 years after the last one, but now it's going back to its 4-year schedule. Olympic Committee, they choose their sports for the Olympics from here. And yeah, so this is super different from the normal JJF Team Canada Worlds, where it's just Jiu-Jitsu and the other two, whatever, Jiu-Jitsu sports that they do.
Yeah.
This one had all kinds of, like, I don't know, fistball, floor hockey, all kinds of crazy sports, eh?
Yeah, tug of war.
Tug of war.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the athletes were staying at the village, and it was sick, man. It was awesome.
So we qualified for this. It was 3 weight divisions. It was 69, 77, and 85 kilos, and we got ranking in the JJIF. So the top 6 go, and they make a bracket out of you fight like a pools, and then you go into a 4-man bracket. But what's interesting is that we barely made it to this tournament. We forgot or didn't really check about the visa situation. So the day before our flights, what happened? A ref messaged you?
Bro, the head referee of the event, God bless Alex, he messaged me. He said, dude, we actually haven't heard from the folks from the Canadian Jiu-Jitsu Federation on visa confirmation. Can you confirm if you're coming? I'm like, what? Like, we're going. Like, of course you're going.
Yeah.
He's okay, just talk to the guy, whatever. So we prod a little bit, and we find out that what we had received from the Federation was actually just an invitation letter and not a visa itself. It's an invitation letter to take to the embassy that will thereby give us clearance for a visa. And we're supposed to fly out, what was it, that next night?
Like
Or that
1
night.
a.m. 1 a.m. So we have no visa. So we immediately tell Tony. We were like doing things in the day. I think I was gonna go sauna a bit to make weight and just cut a little bit. And all of a sudden, Mike's like, I'm going to the embassy. I have to go home, grab my passport.
Yeah.
We get to the embassy. We're filling out all the paperwork. Not even sure if we're going to go still.
No, not even sure.
Not even sure. We're
And it
just
was
trying to...
extensive work. Like, you have to go on their computer. You gotta get everything started. You have to go like line by line on all the things they need. And it was intense.
They
And
want
then
to
you have
know
to go to
your
Staples.
Yeah, your parents' maiden name, like how much money you make, and they want to know the reason you're going. So we got a passport photo. We got our visas. We had to get new flights, so Tony got us new flights. So we had to cancel the old ones, and this also cuts a day out of our planning.
Acclimation, right?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
trip. So anyway, it all works out. We get new flights, visa
Visa gets approved on the urgent basis.
on the urgent basis. We go back the next day. We get our visa, and then we end up getting on new flights. So the flight's long, but actually it wasn't too bad.
The flights ended up being better
yeah,
than the
yeah.
original flights.
Yeah.
Because it was what, 1 a.m. and then we got to Hong Kong, whatever, 4 in the morning or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then we landed in Chengdu around like noon-ish. So sleeping on the main 15-hour flight, we're kind of starting to get a leg up on being acclimated, where before it was going to be like 4 flights or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah, it worked out. We get to the athlete village. So first of all, you get to the airport, and they have volunteers guiding
Everywhere.
you through every section. Like, you don't get lost at all. Like, every turn, they come into the elevator with you.
Hi.
They press the button to go
Oh, there's
down.
Felicia.
Yeah. So Felicia's here. She was in the trenches with us all week. So
She's on a different flight,
yeah.
and now she's pulling up.
we're just doing our thing. We
Doing our
want to come say
podcast.
what
Pull
up.
up, Felicia.
Come say hi.
I don't think you have a chair
Yeah.
available, but it's fine.
Yeah. So,
Come on in,
wanna
big dog. We're talking about how we just landed, and you actually had a crazier experience because you
I did.
landed a day later because your passport was even more messed up.
And was fighting a day earlier.
So you were training in Toronto, but you live in Hamilton, where your passport was, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you had to like try to rip back to Hamilton,
Yeah.
get your passport, couldn't make it in time.
Go back to the visa application center.
The
Missed
next day.
it. No, I went that day, but I missed the 3 o'clock closing time.
Oh my
So I had
gosh.
to go back home and then come back the next day.
Yeah.
And then go back again because it was ready the next day.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So she ended up on the same flight, but a day later, same
Yeah.
flight schedule. And then she also flight a day earlier than us. So she basically like didn't need a thing because she's cutting weight on all the flights here, and made weight, went to bed, woke up,
Yeah.
and had some wars.
So anyway, we get to the athlete village, and it's crazy. They give you this ID, like you
This
got
thing right
yours?
here,
Yeah, they have like
holographic.
This gets you in and out into the venues and everything. Everything has like security. So we get to the village and they guide you through it and they take you to this room and all the athletes are there. So it's like you see all these people. It's like streets with a bunch of hotels, and it's beautiful, brand new. Apparently it was built in
Bro,
3
they said
months.
3 months. Some guy said.
3 months. The whole thing was built from scratch, and I don't know. I couldn't even tell you how many
I
people
can't
are
wrap
in
my
there
head around that, but
through the week. And then we get our room, but the crazy thing was the cafeteria basically, where it's just like hundreds and hundreds of people eating, and
they have like duplicates of it. There's like two
yeah.
or three different dining halls.
dining halls.
For there's 34 sports I think in the World Games this edition, and a lot of these sports like Dragon Boat, there's like 15 athletes per team,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
however many teams there are, you know, like that's a lot of people, and they feed all of us the same thing, good food, good quality food,
Yeah.
every day, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So it was packed.
But it's hard to describe the hospitality
Bro.
of the people. Like everywhere we went, there's people guiding you, saying hello, good morning, and you never get lost. They're taking any questions you have, and they're guiding you through the whole thing. So the athlete village was amazing, and it was like, I know I've heard like people go to the Olympics and go to these things, but this one was really cool.
Yeah, and they're all volunteers, so they're not like people who are just there to make a dime or anything like that, and they're definitely not like upset with their job. It seems like everyone seemed like super happy to receive us, and they all wanted to exchange pins. So we missed the opening ceremony as part of missing our flights, and during the opening ceremony it seems like every country got different pins, so we missed the opportunity to get like some cool Team Canada pins, but eventually we were able to collect and flip some pins. So we got a Hong Kong. Faisal gave me a Team UAE pin. Thank you very much, Faisal. That was amazing. And I also managed to collect a Chinese Taipei.
Nice.
So pretty cool. But yeah, we missed the opening ceremony when everybody got the pins, and it looked like the whole duration of the event was people just like trading pins.
Yeah.
And including the volunteers. If the pin, want to trade pins. But once I got the country pins, I didn't want to trade them anymore.
Yeah.
So
The opening ceremonies was insane. Actually, we didn't see it in person, but I'll share it. I think we shared it at some point. It was just like an Olympic
insane.
opening games. I think even Jackie Chan ran the torch at some point
it was
in China.
nuts.
Yeah. So all the branding, like at the airport, as you're driving to the village, going to the venue, there's branding everywhere. It was insane how much money was put into it. But so the funny thing is, I needed to cut like 6 pounds. So the next day, it was super hot. It's like super humid and muggy. So I go outside at like 1 p.m. and I just start running in the heat. It was like 35 degrees. I have a black hoodie on, black pants, and I just start running. And I sweat like pretty easily. So I like at 45 minutes in, I started to get a little dizzy. I'm like, I should stop. Anyway, we make weight and we're gonna go to the venue with Felicia to weigh in. We get there and he's like, it's empty because we were there like 30 minutes late. And I show him my thing. I'm like, here, I'm ready to weigh in. He's like, you're
That's
a man.
great.
You're a man. I just need women today. I'm like, what? Yeah, you're not. You will fight in 2 days. So I cut weight and I had all my like hydration and my banana and everything. So I just practiced cutting weight, I guess, a day early. So I ate and rehydrated and everything. And then
and the next day was raining, so
yeah. So Felicia's fighting the next day. So we went to the venue all day. We went in the morning with her, and she was going through her matches. She ended up making it to the final. Let's just talk about how crazy it is to compete at this tournament, where your first match is at like 10 a.m.
dude.
And then your second, because it's like a bracket with the focus on viewership, and it's playing throughout the day on TV with announcers. And we'll share the link if you guys want to see it. You can watch it all back now. But you might fight at 10 a.m. and then you'll get a little break and you'll fight at like 12, and then you'll fight at 2, and then you'll fight at maybe
either
4.
like 3:30 or 6.
And then if
in
you're in the
finals.
final, you're at 6. Felicia's at 6 something.
Yeah, it was nuts because now there's like two pools. They divide the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed. They're on their own pool. Everything else is randomized. So you have to figure out who's 1 and 2 from each pool. So they do a round robin format on pool A and pool B. And then the number 1 will fight the number 2 from the opposing pool, and so on and so forth. And that creates the semifinals. So you have your, and this is all on one tatami because, again, everything is for viewership's sake.
Right.
They want to make sure the viewers can start to see every athlete's match and I guess see the bracket progress. And the announcers are there through the whole day as well. So the only breaks we have are when they're switching and putting another sport on, or I don't know, maybe they're doing another sport so you can see more finals.
We're very used to IBJJF where you start at 9 a.m. and you bang out 4 matches in an hour and a half and you're done.
Get on a flight at 1 p.m., go home.
Yeah, you've done that many times.
Crazy.
So this is like, it's so hard to train for because we train like in an hour duration usually, and then you do like 8 rounds of rolling or whatever. Imagine like doing a hard round at morning class, then resting, and then doing a hard round at lunch, and resting, and then coming back at night and doing 1 round.
Yeah.
Like it's very, and you have to I've done it in
Rehydrate,
absolutes.
wake your body up again.
Like I've done it for absolutes where IBJJF will put it later in the day, but like this is like multiple matches in hour-long breaks like throughout the day is insane. So.
And it's 5 minutes too.
It's 5 minutes.
It's not like we were wondering if it's 5 or 6. Sometimes it goes back and forth, but
Yeah.
5-minute match is insane. The pace of the match as compared to a black belt adult IBJJF 10 minutes or 6 minutes in masters. It's totally different, and you can feel the intensity from your competitor like right away.
Yeah.
So
So
it was
usually
insane.
who scores first, they hold on to this point lead or advantage lead, and that's usually who wins. Or you try to score at the end. The golden score is unique. Talk
Yeah.
about how the golden score works.
Yeah, if nobody scores points or if it's tied, they do golden score. And I think up until the bronze and gold medal matches, it's 10 minutes long. That's what it seemed like. But finals match, golden score is as long as it takes.
Yeah, and any advantage, any point, you win. So
And
gold
even a
is-
penalty.
Even a penalty will,
Right.
will make you lose.
It was crazy to see some of these matches play out like that.
Yeah. So the strategy for us, like just strategizing for matches, is very different than like an IBJJF match. It's very like fast paced. Whoever scores first, and it's a hard rule set to train for that I felt like other countries are kind of more prepared.
And they dial in for
yeah.
like year round preparing for this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
kudos to all the teams, but I had a chat with the UAE coach, one of the coaches, and he said one of their new coaches I fought in the finals of Europeans like 2016, like years and years ago. And he said he studied that match because that person that I fought is a coach of the UAE team now. And so they're studying like years worth of footage
Yeah.
for a match that may or may not happen, and putting the umpteenth effort into making sure their athletes are prepared. And we barely were able to get there. So a little
Yeah.
bit of a
mean,
lack of experience with this.
Yeah,
whole
we've been
thing.
doing these tournaments, but I think like we
World
have to
Games is
prepare
another level.
for rule sets and stuff, which is interesting. But you mentioned coaching, and it's like we didn't have a coach, and that's just the way things are, and it's fine. Like I've come through all the belts, I'm sure you have. I don't expect coaches or whatever, but
Yeah, we never have a coach come with us to a tournament like
Yeah.
Worlds or Euros, and okay, we're gonna be there just to coach. We just coach each other,
yeah, that's the thing, coaching each other. So
and we have like a national team coach, but they're really only dedicated to the JJF Worlds. And kudos to them, because what's different about the Canadian Federation is we don't receive government funding, so the head coach position, or really any position inside the federation, it's really basically volunteering. So if you're the head coach, he still has to manage his own business, his own home
Right.
life and everything like that, whereas these other athletes from these other countries, they benefit from having a full-time coach dedicated to their success in an event like the World Games or anything like that, which is amazing for them. So
yeah, so these teams have like coaches to take care of stuff. It's not just coaching in the match. It's like they're taking care of stuff. They're talking
Medic
for people, medic
teams,
teams and stuff. and
massage teams.
yeah, which is fine. So we ended up coaching each other. There's that really cool clip that guy took of you coaching me.
yeah, I got a background clip, put a
yeah.
necklace on with a mic, and he did a super cool video. Backstage Sports. Shout out
Yeah.
to you. Shout out to Max.
I just think they're very strict. Like for example, Mike was fighting for bronze, and I go out there in a tracksuit. You have to wear like your team tracksuit, but in the final you have to have a suit, you have to have shoes, and I went out there in the
And
tracksuit.
official pants too.
And official pants. I went out there in the tracksuit, and I'm about to coach Mike in the bronze match, and they just come up and say, you have to leave.
Yeah, dude, they even let you like mat side. They let you sit, they let you touch your butt to the chair, and
Yeah,
then
I
they
got all
tell
the way
you.
there and they kicked me out
That
at the
was
end.
kind of disappointing, but anyways,
Yeah, it's
just a different level of professionalism is expected.
Yeah.
And we were able to coach one another easily in the preliminary matches. All you need is your lanyard and a Team Canada jacket, which we have, and they're not so strict on dress pants or shoes, which is fine. And then during most of our matches, we were both fighting at the same time, so we were fine just not having a coach and just you know, good luck, bro, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's interesting because we train probably 99% of the time without input. Like, you don't like like a person telling you what to do. And most people train like that, right? So I think it's interesting that, and I'm just like going to like local tournaments and stuff where people think like, oh, can you coach me? Or
Yeah, that's not coaching, right? That's like, it's
yeah, like coaching is interesting. I'm just thinking of like local tournaments, not just this thing, but all of a sudden you train. Imagine you train 99% of the time without input, and then all of a sudden you go to a tournament and 9 people are giving you direction.
yeah.
And it kind of makes people free. So like a good coach, I feel like there's a lot of things that make a good coach, but you want to like not have to teach the person, and it changes.
In the
Like
moment.
coaching like a white belt and coaching a black belt is very different. But like you just want to. Sometimes it's something simple, like just give the time and give the points, or like encourage them on what they're already doing, and make them feel confident in like what they're doing, as opposed to like giving them exact moves. And sometimes students, I think, expect that, like they want like
It's a
an
bit
answer.
silly,
But yeah, anyway, I just had a thought.
But it's been so long that we have been to tournaments like this together that I feel I know your game, I know you know my game, and we have similar styles of attack. So if we see a certain grip set, a certain position, we already know the sequences are coming.
Yeah.
And we can allot, like I can give you a lot of patience knowing you have the grips ready to go and you're just waiting for your moment.
You know what I felt that was helpful is like sometimes in the match you kind of just you accept things, and then you're just constantly reminding like get that grip back, break his grip, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I know it, but like sometimes you like when you roll to you just let things happen, but you're constantly like reminding me to do the thing, and then I'm like staying on task, and then it gets in the other person's head too, like when you hear the other coach be like perfect, he doesn't like that, he want, and then that's like this little meta game that's going on between like the coaches.
Yeah,
so it's
seriously.
really interesting.
So and they studied you for sure as well, and they know
exactly.
You know, collar sleeve style to close guard. This kind of attack is what they are expecting. So he did a pretty amazing job. The UAE guy. What did he do? He just like grabbed your sleeve and kept it to you so you couldn't get his collar back.
Yeah, and after the match, I heard his coach say, we knew he was gonna do one thing, and you let him do it. So like they knew it, and that's the thing about jiu-jitsu. Like sometimes you know what your opponent's gonna do, but can you stop it? But let's just kind of take this back because we were talking about Felicia and fighting. So whatever, I had to make weight twice. It sucked. The other day was harder, as I had to run on the mats, and I actually got sore from trying to cut weight. But anyway. Felicia fought, she did great, she got to the finals, and she
lost, I think, golden score? I think it was golden score.
Golden score, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I had to borrow a suit that day too, so I borrowed a suit from Hungary, threw a suit on, went to coach her. She did a really good job against a very talented Swedish athlete. She had a sick collar sleeve guard, and she had all these sequences, half lasso, foot on the hip, De La Hiva, setting up different attacks. And then golden score, I think, same scenario, the girl pulled again, and she was able to get a loop choke. The second Felicia got her head free, that's an advantage. The match is over. So
that was a long day, but we had to make weight that day while Felicia was fighting. So that was the first day basically, and so now we're fighting the next day. We'll just kind of quickly go on how our matches went. I fought a Korean first, and he ended up beating me by. He flattened me in half, so he gets the advantage and he wins at the end.
And this is the thing, like, bro. Sorry to interrupt you, but like again, it's 5-minute matches, and these are people who are training for these 5-minute matches, fully understanding the stakes. So they are a very unorthodox style that manifests because of this. So this athlete from Korea, he does Sao Paulo passing. He does it super well. and the whole match is in close guard, basically 4 minutes 30 seconds in close guard.
Yeah.
Manages to crack the guard, and all he's able to achieve is a flattened half guard,
And that's it.
and that's it. One advantage.
So I fought him in Greece, and same, but I didn't know his game back then. And it just out of the match, he was pressuring, and I got an omoplata, and I swept him, and I won in the last like 20 seconds. So I was pretty confident I can do that again. I got an omoplata on him at one point, like not fully locked in, and I kind of let it go. But anyway, I lost that match. So then I had to fight Pedro from Portugal, he's insane.
He's incredible.
He's really good.
World pro champ.
Yeah.
JJF world champ.
And he beat me in Mongolia. So he footlocked me last time, so I was more aware of it. And it was a good match. He swept me. I had like some moments, but not really any good attacks. So that's it. I lose my weight class.
Yeah.
And
And that's it, because now you don't get to fight. There's no repechage as a normal JJF tournament works, or double elim tournament works. So that's it.
And I felt like, I was telling you this this morning, is like the pressure for this one, for whatever reason, because in my head I'm like, this happens every 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'm qualified, and
We're
I don't know,
old, bro.
Yeah,
We're getting old.
I fought like worlds. You're getting old, so it's like, am I going to do this one again? Probably not. So I've done worlds at black belt, at adult, and I've done the UAE or AJP, World Pro, Masters, whatever. So I fought at the highest level tournaments, but for whatever reason, this felt different.
This is different, yeah.
It's different. So I don't know. The pressure got to me. I feel like I didn't fight as good as I wanted to. But yeah, how did your matches go?
Yeah, so I fought the 2 seed or the 1 seed, I don't know. Nimrod, amazing Israeli athlete, and I know his style. I fought him a bunch of times, and again, a super unorthodox style, very similar to the Korean guy. Loves to be inside your close guard, except he wants to Ezekiel choke you from your close guard.
And he will get you. He's gotten hundreds of people.
And people don't understand, because if anyone in the world tries this to you, you're like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. I'm gonna push you away, make space, make you pay for trying such a silly move. But this guy, he can do it to almost anybody on the planet. And he's done many AJP events against super talented Brazilians and just surprised them with his unique style. Because normally you pull guard, close your guard, beautiful. I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna set up my grips.
And they go unconscious.
But he is so good at just putting pressure on you and grinding, and eventually getting to the head, getting to the Ezekiel.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of the Ezekiel, and I definitely don't want to be choked inside my close guard. He starts setting it up, and as I defend, he sets up the southpaw pass instead, and passes my guard. I think I recovered, he passed again, and I think earlier in the match, he got a takedown as well, so I lost pretty handily, 8-0 to him. And then I fought a Norwegian athlete, or Norwegian? Yeah, an athlete from Norway that I fought last year in Greece. And I only beat him by 1 advantage in Greece last year. This time, I knew his style a little bit more, but I got a little bit lucky in that I was able to steal the guard pull from him. Pulled first, had a battle here. He's trying to pass my guard. Eventually, I got my lasso sweep, and that was it. So now I'm 1-1. I'm the 2 seed from my group, so I move on to the semifinals, fighting the 1 seed from the other group. And I fought this other person before from the UAE team. I fought him maybe 2019, and I beat him in another super close match. But this time I wanted to be a little bit strategic, and this was probably not the best thing. So anyways, double pull, first time. I feel he's really, really good at double pull. I navigate it. We get the 2 stalling calls. And then I said to myself, maybe I should come up this time. But I decided again to try to see it through. And through the scrambles, he set up a nasty footlock and laced somehow both my legs. So my legs were stuck.
Your back. Yeah, that was crazy.
And
both your legs were stuck.
I wasn't gonna get out.
And as the coach, you can basically raise your lanyard and say, like, I want to review that thing, which is an interesting part of this tournament, which makes or breaks some matches, because they'll actually ask you what you want to look at, and then they'll go back. And if you get it wrong, if you lose your dispute, you lose it for the tournament.
If you as a coach get the dispute wrong, that athlete loses their ability to have video review for the rest of their tournament bouts.
Do you get it back in the final or no?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but Which is an interesting thing because, you know, in IBJJF tournaments, everyone screams and you can't go. Now they're using the camera, so it's getting better.
But they don't like stop the match.
They don't stop the
and check it
match,
out.
and you can't specifically say what you want to look at.
Yeah.
Although you can scream at the ref. And
This is what's kind of super cool about JJF.
and you can look up on the monitor and see what they're looking at, which is cool. So you can kind of see, and then you'll either see them go like this, or you get the call.
Yeah.
So, that footlock we gotta watch it. And
That
then,
was sick.
And now you're in.
So now I'm in the bronze match.
Bronze match.
So
which is where I got-
yeah,
bronze match.
in the bronze match.
Yeah.
And at this point, I just lost from trying to be too strategic, and I'm already in my head because it's the bronze medal match, and
Which feels like a final because they take you out.
It's a final.
It's a final. You're fighting for a medal now, and they take you out, and you do the walk-in and everything. So I walk out with you, and then that's when they kick me out. I run to the back. I'm trying to look at the UAE team. They're all wearing suits. I'm like, they're all sitting down, like.
They're not gonna give you a suit.
They're not
yeah.
gonna give me a suit.
They're not
like,
gonna
take their
risk it.
clothes off.
Yeah.
So I end up running. I'm just like, I'm gonna go watch. So I run up to the stands and
Yeah,
just kind of try to watch from up there. But
And I guess it was already a couple minutes in.
yeah, I was already a couple minutes in.
Yeah. So in my head, I was like, you know what? Forget
I
about
missed
it.
your blitz because you went nuts.
I went nuts.
Yeah.
I did too much. So double pulling up right away, got my advantage. Started passing immediately, and this athlete was not super strong or, not super strong. So I was able to get around the legs a lot, and I got 2 more advantages super early in the match. And looking back, I should have started to play strategy more and slow down the pace. But you know, I just wanted to win and get it done without having anything in my head as far as I lost because of being too
Right.
silly, being too strategic. I wanted to kill. And so he got under my hips eventually, and I decided to try to counter, like dive under the legs for the back, whatever, sweat me. Again, rushing way too much, tried to wrestle up instead of take my time in the X guard and deepen it. And then lost that opportunity, and that's the match, 2-0. So, yeah, man, it sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the strategy that you decided to go for. It's hard to say because what if that paid off? So like,
Yeah,
I don't
plus I
mind.
got the feedback, like I felt I could pass his guard.
Yeah.
But you fought him as well, and he's super flexible, super springy and explosive.
And infinite cardio. He's like 20.
Yeah.
He's like a young up and coming guy from Kazakhstan. So it's
And
like,
Kazakhstan's another country with an amazing team. They
Yeah.
invest so much money.
especially the youth.
They
Like,
brought the featherweight world champion in the IBJJF right after Worlds. They brought him immediately for a camp in Kazakhstan.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're seeing now is just a huge investment on what they've been doing to their program. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So when did you find out there was an absolute? Because I felt like I found out that day. I think another coach said, or no, I heard you said there was going to be an absolute where they're going to make a bracket.
Yeah.
But then one of the coaches are like, "I'll see you guys tomorrow for the absolute," and like we lost, so
We're already bummed out.
you're
We're like,
bummed out, and
man.
you're just like, you're kind of just like, fuck it, like. There's a side of you that's like, okay, we're here in a other side of the world. Let's go see stuff, which is like,
Because that would be our last day here before
That would be our last
another day at the airport like this.
yeah. So you kind of want to do that, but then there's another voice in the side of you like, bro, you're here on the other side of the world for
Yeah.
this. So let's go. So we go to bed and we're like,
We're like, probably not gonna do it.
Probably not. But
Here comes
and
Felicia
here
again.
comes Felicia because I'm about to mention her. She messages us in the morning, and we didn't even set an alarm. She messages us and says, "Hey, I'm gonna do the absolute. I don't know what you guys are doing, but..."
I decided to do the absolute, so I'm gonna head on the 8:10 bus.
And Mike's like, "Damn it, she's doing it."
Like, fuck.
We're like, whatever. Maybe our match starts a little later. Maybe we'll catch another. There's buses you have to catch that take you to the venue.
So
you can't
matches
just-
start at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
There's an 8 a.m. bus, an
Mhm.
8:10 a.m. bus, and then you're screwed because the next bus is at 10 a.m. And
So
we
here's the
happen
best-
to wake up at
yeah,
7:25.
7:25. So we got to get the 8:10.
Yeah.
We get out of our hotel room. We're in the hallway and we're walking to get breakfast. And Mike just goes, "Fuck it, bro. Let's get our stuff." I'm like, "Let's get our stuff."
Let's get
so
our
we go
stuff.
back in the room. No folding of the gi. We competed in our gis the day before. We just stuff in bag, zip, go.
Get out, yeah.
I get some eggs and watermelon. It's like I like to eat like light with like some fruit in the morning and a little coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And we met Felicia at the venue.
Sprinted to the bus, barely
Sprinted
made the
to
bus.
Just walked, like sprinted there, got on the bus, and we're like still kind of on the fence. We're like, we have our stuff at least. Felicia's gonna fight. And
We're gonna
maybe-
be there to coach.
We're gonna be there to coach, and maybe we just jump in and we'll see.
Yeah.
So then, we get there. We ended up. Mike had to fight first match of the day, so he's in.
Yeah.
you compete first.
And it's already a crazy bracket because they don't care about who medaled like a normal absolute. Everybody's in.
It's just everyone's in, 16 people, random draw.
Yeah, and I think on each of our sides, we had the two athletes who beat us the day before.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's go do this again.
But that could fuck with you mentally. Because like, all these guys beat me, which kind of I think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I also was telling you before is I felt way less pressure the next day.
Yeah, just like a normal absolute. You're like, all right, that line is already gone.
Yeah.
So
who cares?
let's
like,
just go.
You're not going to play safe, and I felt like. So I'll go through mine. I guess I had a bye the first round because the guy just didn't show up.
Yeah, I don't think
hurt.
a lot of countries know about the absolute, or if they do, it's a similar situation. Like, do I even do this? Man, maybe I go out, see Chengdu, go to the biggest mall in the world,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And if you have any injury, you're probably going to be like, fuck it, or
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
So we both had buys in the
We
first
both
round.
had buys. And then my second match was your bronze medal match.
Yeah,
that
you
kid who
fought
just
the
doesn't, the
Kazakhstan kid.
Kazakhstan who doesn't stop.
And that was a nuts match too.
Yeah, there was some crazy scrambles. He was trying to pass. I kept trying to close on him, and I wasn't able to. And then I eventually ended up. It was like he was diving a lot. He was moving, and I found like a almost back take, and then I came up in side control, and I got the two.
Finally got the two because it was a little sketchy, man. I was watching
Yeah, my
and
guard felt awful. I couldn't stabilize a lasso. I couldn't get like my De La Hiva going.
he was trying like outside passing, going on your legs.
Yeah.
And
the burn in the arms and the legs.
yeah, because he's ripping around before you can set your grips.
Yeah.
And then I
All
don't remember.
the sleeve. I just kept grabbing the sleeve, and I remember my forearm was fucked. But I just
So
kept
you
diving
went
in.
collar sleeve, you dove under him, elevated and dumped.
Elevator and dumped.
And then somehow
I
on
did
the
that
scramble-
twice. Yeah, and but like when you dump someone, but their like hips are up, and you kind of start seeing their back.
I think you found a Kimura trap kind of thing.
What's it?
In
I need to
the
watch it. It was
scramble,
a
I think you
blur.
kind of dove over his head in the scramble.
Yeah.
And then there was a clear observation that you're deciding between taking the back
Or coming up. Yeah.
And you started taking the back.
Yeah.
And I'm watching with a friend, and he's like, "Oh fuck, get on top." I'm like, "Oh fuck, get on top."
Yeah, and I reached around his hip, and I ended up getting up. He tried to buggy choke me at the end.
Yeah. So he got on top, 2
I could
points.
just feel like
Look at a buggy choke.
I
He's
can
like,
feel.
"Oh
You know,
my
it's
God."
weird, but you hold someone and you feel they're defeated. Like deflated. It's like finally because he didn't stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was good. And I was super gassed, but then you get 2 hours or 3 hours
Yeah.
in between. So then
Big breaks. So I had my second match, or
Yeah.
my second round match, by in the first round. And I fought this Korean athlete, amazing guard. Very similar
Great.
situation. I feel
Crazy
like I
guard.
rushed way too much again. But I felt confident. My guard passing, got on top, got the advantage in the double pull, started stacking, started outside passing. I don't know if I got any advantages, but I had some good looks at things. And then just made a mistake switching sides, and he had a nasty triangle. And he shot it up, and eventually he caught the submission. So, man, that was sick. But his next match was against Nimrod from Israel, and Nimrod basically like shattered his ribs.
Yeah, he's just stacking them. They were like 4 minutes into golden score, so they were like 9 minutes in, and he was just
Stacking
constant
him,
pressure,
like lifting him off the
lifting,
mats.
pressing.
And not really a slam.
No, it wasn't.
Not a slam,
but aggressive.
but
Yeah.
lifting off the mats and going straight to a slam,
Yeah.
straight to a stack. And the kid folded so hard, I think he really hurt his ribs, and he had to
Yeah.
stop. So
Yeah. So then my next match was the 69 UAE
silver
medalist. Yeah. He ended up beating the guy who beat him.
Yeah, he got his
beat
revenge.
the gold medalist.
He got the Belgian guy.
Yeah,
He's sick.
He's good.
He's sick.
So then that was a crazy match too. Like like we were talking about, that was the clip that they made for us where I eventually hit a muscle sweep, and I was trying to mount him, and I didn't want him to make a guard again, so he gets two. So I kind of just slithered back to the floor.
It was sick because
Yeah.
it didn't go as planned, as we had game planned.
Mhm.
We thought he would be more inclined to be on the bottom and just hope for footlock attempts, out of bound footlock attempts, get 2 points, reset,
Yeah.
or 50-50 kind of battles.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he's known for.
But what I
And
do
then
in double
he
guard
came up.
pull, yeah, because I throw my legs over them, and I just like try
You
to
yanked
suck
him on
them
top.
into close guard. So I force them to come on top in a way. I just try to get over their hips, and he's smaller, but he's fucking strong. But
Yeah.
I eventually got the close guard muscle sweep. Went back to
So
the
you got
bottom,
the 2 for the sweep, advantage for the
finished,
near mount.
and then went back down.
And from my angle, so I was kind of behind you on the side that you hit the muscle sweep from.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see that you went from mount or near mount back to your guard.
Yeah.
This was actually like a high IQ play.
Yeah, fuck.
You stole the guard after getting your sweep.
Yeah.
But in my head, and the refs had to review this.
Because he got 2 initially.
He got 2 initially,
But-
and that put him back in the
without
lead
you,
with the advantage.
without
his
you
time.
calling it, the refs rewatched it in the background
Yeah.
and they took it away.
They took it away, and then they
yeah.
called it again. The other team.
The other team
did a review
disputed
again.
it. Yeah. So, and then he almost passed my. He was coming out to the side, but I had a Kimura grit.
Yeah.
And
He
then
was
it-
doing a sick job.
It was nice.
passing.
Yeah. But then I reversed it with the Kimura, which
It was
good.
a bit of a
It's a risky play.
risky play going for the Kimura,
But I had to because he was
in the clutch,
He was so far out.
but ripped him over, and
Yeah.
at that point we heard you set up an armbar,
Set up an arm
and the
bar,
coach
yeah.
was just telling him to protect his arm for the bronze match, and
Yeah.
so the job is sealed again.
Yeah, and then another 2-hour break, and then like Nimrod in the final, which is the guy who won your division.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a strategy where I didn't want to pull immediately and feel the pressure like the Korean guy did to me. So I wanted to stand with him, and I didn't really have I have a couple takedowns that I like to do, like guard pull, like sumigashi kind of things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wait a little bit more, but he ended up getting the single, and I actually didn't mind. We talked about if he gets a single, set up my Kimura trap.
Yeah.
But the way he shot, you're like sprawl. But it
First he
was like,
sprawled, and then the second time he chained to a double leg.
he chained, yeah, and I couldn't find the Kimura, so I got scored on. He took the 2, came into my guard, Sao Paulo pass, pushed to half,
Set up the Ezekiel.
set up the Ezekiel,
Lock the Ezekiel.
yeah,
And let you on top from it.
and I bridged on top. He let me. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. The
He doesn't
choke's
care.
locked. I don't know if he had set up a pass first. This is where we gotta
We're
watch
not sure.
again.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I got out of the
scoring aside,
I got out of the best Ezekiel in the world, I think.
literally
And
the
then-
best Ezekiel, bro.
And then
He did it in the finals in 77. Bro,
Yeah,
against
yeah.
the amazing UAE athlete.
Crazy, yeah.
And they study everybody UAE.
Yeah.
And he
You don't need
did
to
it.
study that guy to know
Bro,
he's gonna do
he
it.
got
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it was done.
Yeah, so
Insane.
got out of that, luckily. I don't know. And then
Through some kind of scramble.
through a scramble, I got a Kimura and then I got a crucifix, which is like one of my best positions. But
Yeah.
it's hard to finish if the guy bridges on top of you. And I had a choke grip initially, and if I just could set it up, but he immediately realized I was trying to choke him, and he pulled
Full
his
bridge on
collar.
you.
And he's like on my chest, but every time I hip escape, so I didn't want to go out of bounds because I'm like, will I get 2? This is not a submission. I won't get 2.
Yeah,
So
and
I
you didn't
wanna-
start in your guard, so maybe it won't be 2 as
So
well.
I didn't want to start wiggling out of bounds, so I was like, I'm just gonna hold this. I did a leg switch, which I like to do, and then switch the side triangle.
There's probably 2 minutes on the clock when it first started as well, from the crucifix.
I remember,
maybe a little
yeah, I
bit
remember
less.
a minute. I remember you saying a minute, and then I was like, I gotta start switching this. And I wish I'd set it up a little earlier so I can come on top and go for Kimura.
Yeah.
I hesitated too much, and I heard you saying there was a minute left. But anyway, I lost by 2. But I felt like he was.
It was a sick match.
Yeah, I built him up in my head that he was really. He is really good.
He's good.
But after that, I felt like, oh, I can beat this guy. Like I felt like if I had a little bit more time, or he just didn't feel as.
And I feel that's what's really good about him and his game is he knows his style so well,
Mm-hmm.
and he also knows that his style is a concern. Everybody has to respect his style. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what they do.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're gonna fight him and you know you're gonna fight him, you need to figure out a plan.
Yeah.
But for most regular jiu-jitsu athletes, okay, he likes whatever position or he does this whatever thing, but I do this. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I believe in my jiu-jitsu more.
Exactly.
So sometimes he takes you out of your plan before the match even starts.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see a rematch for sure.
He what's crazy is we start the morning not even considering
planning.
competing,
We're
and
gonna
then,
get food and go to the mall.
yeah, and of course I'm happy I did it because I got some redemption and I got a medal, which
It's
was
deadly.
cool.
You can pull it up if you want.
Yeah, okay.
So this is another thing about the whole situation. Get the orange thing.
Oh, okay.
That too.
Yeah.
No stone unturned. I medaled at the last World Games, and we got this little steel thing because it was in Alabama, and I guess it's known for steel. They gave you a little steel thing, and they gave you the medal, and the medal was
Oh,
quite nice.
It's on there. Okay.
But this is another level. You guys got to check this out.
okay, well first I'll show you the medal. This is
Comes in a nice little bamboo case.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There's the
Show the thickness of this bad boy.
look at that girth.
Whew.
But the cool part is it's like a panda because that's what
Chengdu has a
Chengdu's-
conservatory.
Yeah, and the medal opens up.
But wait, there's more.
There's a little magnetic pendant inside.
And the pendant, you can
No monkey.
extend a hook from
Yeah,
and
little
place
hook-
on a chain
little
they
hook
provided
comes
to
up.
you.
And you can wear it as a little pendant.
So it's insane, man. I can't
It's a
believe
really nice
I didn't get
design.
one of these.
Felicia got a silver too, so
Unreal.
cool medal for sure. One of the
Unreal.
coolest medals.
Probably the coolest medal ever.
Yeah.
And they gave as well this pretty sick thing, and it's double-sided. So this
Yeah.
is like the whatever a Son Goku, like Chinese
Yeah, like a
folklore.
Wukong. I don't know actually.
Monkey, I
yeah,
think.
It's a monkey. And a panda.
And a panda for Chengdu.
The treasure of
And-
Sichuan opera.
So sick.
Yeah, this is cool. And they gave it to you on the podium and everyone held it. So every medalist got one of these. That's almost cooler than the medal.
Yeah,
honestly.
and
Like,
a
on their
little
display.
collection card.
And then
That's going on the gaming setup.
oh, yeah. And like a lot of people ask about the belts because they're like in this tournament. I think we were talking about the tournament, but why the red and blue belts?
Because it's an open belt event.
Mhm.
So they don't care what your rank is.
Yeah.
They care, are you the best of your nation?
Right.
Or has your nation deemed that you are the best representative for them?
Right.
So it's not uncommon that you fight a purple belt or a brown belt. Nasty.
Yeah.
And similar to
It's just red fighter and blue fighter.
Yeah,
That's why
red and blue.
Yeah.
all the kids in the class are like, oh, you have a red belt, you have a red
You're
belt.
a master, and then
Not for
people.
another 40 years, but
Everyone sends me this. Wow, this is the best blue belt I've ever seen.
Oh my
I've heard that a
God.
million times. So
yeah,
Just
people
throw it
need to
out
start to
there.
clue in a little bit and expand their horizons. I would highly recommend watching the World Games back. It's free. You can watch the whole thing, the whole event,
yeah, we'll share the link or something.
and you
then-
can see how well put together the event is.
The commentator sucked.
Commentator was like a high-level judo guy apparently,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't know what he's looking at.
You're better off watching it on mute. But
Yeah.
they give some background information as the brackets are going and stuff. I guess that's cool.
Really missed an opportunity to even give a background on the athletes because there are a lot of rematches, a lot of from whatever past world events.
That's it. If you just put like all of us have been doing the events or like all the teams,
Bro,
they
throw
know,
us in.
They know so much information. If we just got someone who knew the scene, they'd be able to be like, because they didn't know why people were going to the floor. They didn't know scoring. They kind of knew what. Obviously, they know what jiu-jitsu is about, but
They didn't know
the
much.
nuance. They didn't
Yeah.
know much. So the commentating is bad, but if you can get past that, the production was good. And there's a lot of waiting around. But now when you're watching it back, you can just skip. Right?
Yeah, you can skip.
Yeah, and it's on the app and everything, and that was cool. But yeah, that was our experience. We're just here at the Hong Kong airport, and we're about to go home. I think we got 15 hours ahead of us still.
15 hours straight, 15 hours flat flight, and then we'll land at 10 p.m.
Yeah, 10 p.m. and then we're back to the gym and training. So I don't know if anyone watched all of this or if it was interesting, but we just are trying to kill time here and fill you guys in. So that was cool. Anything else, Mike?
No, we didn't get to do any sightseeing, unfortunately. So
It was venue and the village, which
venue
is
and
cool.
village.
Yeah.
And the village is isolated, so some people ask me, how's China like, and what's it like? How does it compare? And I was like, brother, I don't know. We're isolated. But
All the volunteers were
experience
around. It was
unreal.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
Just a different-
No other country can do something like that. I think it'd be difficult to match.
And we talked to, because I borrowed another suit for the absolute final
Yeah.
the next day. And I borrowed it from a German guy. And Germany's hosting the next World Games in 4 years. So we're talking about, like, brother, like, how crazy was that event, these volunteers, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, we can't do that. Like, we don't have the ability to do that. And it'll be a different experience, but Germany will probably still be absolutely unbelievable too.
2029?
29, yeah.
29.
And so Canadian
I'll be
athletes
pushing 40.
and all athletes have a chance to qualify for that through the required means. I think you got to be top 6 in your weight category.
Yeah.
And this is something that should be on probably everybody's radar if you do jiu-jitsu and you're a competitor at a high level.
Jiu-Jitsu is closer to being in the Olympics than you think.
Oh,
with
this is good to finish with now.
Yeah.
So we got to talk to a bunch of different people about the sport, and the World Games is such an amazing experience. It only leaves you with when is it going to be in the Olympics. And what's interesting is these pins, all the pins and all the teams they already have the Olympic logo on it, and they are treated very similarly to Olympic athletes, probably not equal to, and that's obviously easy to explain. But the kind of inside information that we got suggested that sometime in the 30s, like maybe 2036 or something like that, maybe 2040 latest, Riyadh is planning to host. And as a host nation of the Olympics, you can, what's it called? You can
Select the sport
put like 2 or 3 sports in.
from your nation. To
Yeah,
like, to
you
like-
can vouch for it.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, they have invested so much money. They just hired the person who built the UAE team, Ramon Lemos, coach of the Mendes brothers, coach of Andre Galvao. He's now the head coach of the Saudi team, and they've brought all kinds of high-level athletes from around the world to lead their crew. And that's not for no reason. They're planning to host the Olympics sometime in the next however many years, and I believe with my full heart they're gonna put jiu-jitsu in there. So man, we're probably gonna be done competing at that time for sure. But hopefully now we can get more in touch with the Canadian Federation and figure out what we have to do to get Canadian athletes prepared, because it's gonna be nuts, man. And everything will change about how jiu-jitsu is looked at. And now we have the UFC, we have a lot of these no-gi promotions, but an Olympic berth for jiu-jitsu in the gi would be another level. So let's see if it happens.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Later, guys.
See ya.